Hello, this
Hi.
is Mukunda, Mark, and Bodhi Dylan.
Sure, we'll go with that.
And we're in Integral Yoga Institute in San Francisco. You can't, yeah. And I was coming down to do my reading, and I saw Dylan, and I said, "Hey, do you want to do my reading?" And he said,
Yeah.
"He's more like was like,
Okay.
So this is the reading from the Golden Present Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda, who's behind your head. But you can't see, you have to leave. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
There. All right, this is for September 24th, and the topic is, how many people go to Jerusalem for a picnic? Everything can be a pilgrimage. Even going from this building to the next building can become a pilgrimage. Yes, it's all in your attitude. Unfortunately, you only call it a pilgrimage when you travel to a holy place because that's the only time you feel that way. It's the feeling that makes it a pilgrimage. How many people go to Jerusalem for a picnic? Just because it's a holy city, that doesn't mean everyone who goes there is on a pilgrimage.
Nothing. Pilgrimage is in the mind. If you could create the same attitude even while going around your own city, it would be a pilgrimage. If you go to New York and come back, it's a pilgrimage if you go with the right attitude. Where do you want to go for a pilgrimage? You don't need to go to Mount Kailash nowadays. If you just walk back and forth across the street in New York a few times, you will face more obstacles and more danger. Just walk along Broadway. How many distractions are there? How many obstructions? So it is the attitude with which you go that makes the difference.
Well, yeah. I mean, I couldn't help but to think about your recent journey, right?
Yes.
And you were kind of on a pilgrimage to India for how long?
India for 7 weeks and Nepal for 7 weeks.
Wow. And what did it feel like to be there in this whole, this completely different culture, completely different world, and then coming back here? Did you feel like this is one of them is more holy and blessed, and you think that should be how everybody should live, or this one's not holy and blessed, it's got all kinds of problems and it's never going to be holy and blessed? How did you feel?
I don't know. I'm a little judgmental, I'm not going to lie. So the Western world is a little interesting for me. But the Eastern world is, I guess, spiritual in a sense. Everyone's very about their rituals.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have many rituals here besides working, which is kind of our god. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I agree. It's all in your attitude.
And it seems, because I've met some people who grew up with an Eastern background, and it's just second nature to them to pray every day or to have an altar in their home and light a candle. Whereas for us, I know myself personally, that didn't develop until I began a yoga practice, and I now do that so I can honor, my daily experiences. But it's not in my nature to, start off doing that as I grew up, and I don't know if it was for many people. So it feels like we have to work at it to make everything a pilgrimage. Oops, I lost the page.
Yeah, but it also seems that it should happen somewhat naturally. I feel like as you develop more of a yoga asana practice, the asana will develop the pranayama and the meditation, and that will develop the niyamas and the yamas and
But you got to work at that. You got to get up in the morning and do your practice.
It does. I was thinking about this when I was at Bhakti Fest, and I understand you have to work at it, but eventually I think you see the benefits of what you do, and so the benefits make it so you're not really working at it. It just seems like you want it rather than it's forcing.
Well, it's like once you learned how to tie your shoe, you don't have to even think about it. It's just it's second nature when you put your shoes on. But at first, as a little kid, you can see kids struggling and their fingers get caught.
Right.
Or even brushing your teeth. As a little kid, you're banging your toothbrush, but now you don't even have to think. You don't have to focus. Brush to this side, brush to that side. And I do think it comes like that. But It's after doing it, and letting it become part of your routine. But I think it takes work in the beginning.
It does.
Who just came home?
Steven.
You want to come and say hi for the last few seconds of the Golden Present video?
My man friend is home.
You're making room.
Oh, we're making room.
I read it this morning. What was it?
No, we're on
we're
yesterday.
yesterday.
I
Now you just gave it away that I'm a day behind.
He's a day behind.
I'm a day behind.
Oh, yeah.
But we're catching up.
He likes to say everything's your teacher.
There we go.
So even watching this video is your pilgrimage. I'm your pilgrimage.
Amen. So this was yesterday's about the pilgrimage, but pretty much that's time. But unless you have anything from your day you want to add, your journey getting
Find
here.
gratitude in the pilgrimage.
There we go. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get mad and angry that we have to do this. But find gratitude.
Yeah.
All
Your
right.
feet will carry you. Maybe.
Unless you don't have feet.
Right.
And then
And
the
then your
wheels.
spirit will carry you.
Yeah, truly. All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.